Good morning. We're on the website of Causeway, Coast and Glens Borough Council once again. And if you cast your mind back, a few weeks ago, I posted a video from the same council that gave us the Climate Change Lead Officer. And today we're looking at the same council that has given us a so-called Democratic and Central Services Manager. Now, I don't know what a Democratic and Central Services Manager is, and if anybody does know, then answers on a postcard, please. But this is obviously some type of very well-paid non-job, and the public services are full of this type of nonsense. Let's look at the salary. The starting pay scale is £49,764 per annum, rising to £52,805 per annum at the top of the pay band. Basically, that's slightly over £1,000 a week, or £1,000. And I'm pretty sure that it'll come complete with a nice big fat lucrative pension, courtesy of the taxpayers and the ratepayers. But let's read down the job description, or the job summary, as they like to state. To support the Director of Corporate Services to create a high-performing culture by being an active member of the Corporate Services Directorate, agreeing and delivering key strategic priorities and contributing to the operational effectiveness of the department and the council. Many of these small public services think they're some type of corporate giant in the same type of sphere as companies such as Shell or BP or British Airways or Citibank. And they basically have delusions way above their station. I mean, this is a small council that is delivering, as we see here, contribute to the achievement of the council's corporate and community plans by providing leadership and business focus within the department, and by fostering effective external partnerships and relationships. I can assure you I know what this is, and this is basically a desk-bound, paper shuffling, pen pushing, box ticking, bureaucratic job. That's all that is. I guarantee the ratepayers of Causeway, Coast and Glens Borough Council will not see one iota of difference on a £1,000 a week Democratic and Central Services Manager. It's a load of guff, a load of tosh. But this is the warning that I've been putting out to the ratepayers for some time now, that there is no correlation between the amount of rates you pay and the services you get. A huge amount of the money is simply gobbled up and wasted on this type of tosh here. I mean, be in no doubt. What would you rather have? A Democratic and Central Services Manager, or two new members of staff out cutting the grass in the cemeteries, or keeping the roads and the streets clean? I think I know the answer. A Democratic and Central Services Manager, I mean, you couldn't make it up. But it's very real. £52,805 per annum. And it's full of this management speak Business focus, providing leadership, corporate plans, external partnerships and relationships, you know, decision making, professional and objective advice. There's a real buzz line that I love to use all the time. Achieve transformational change, effective integration of new and current functions and responsibilities, statutory and legislation requirements. Well, one can understand that, obviously. And it goes on and on and on. We don't need this job, but somebody in the council signs off on it. It's basically, as I've said before, if it wasn't so pathetic, it would be comical. But tell me what you think. Do you think we need a democratic and central services manager? I certainly don't. Not a chance. How have the councils coped without this type of nonsense? In terms of that job on display there in front of us, they've coped perfectly fine. It's just a way of using up your rates money. That's all it is. But, as always, tell me what you think. Do you think we need that job? I certainly don't. But leave your comments and I'll respond as and when I can. And I'll see you on the next video.